Welcome to a new video and welcome to the 4th episode of Becoming a Better Booktuber. Even though I know I stated in a video that I want to branch out outside of book content, which still remains true. But I can still be a booktuber and do those things because I'm still posting book content and writing content, especially the book content. Anyway, this is episode 4 of Becoming a Better Booktuber, finally. And the first book on the agenda for this video is The Charlie Method by L. Kennedy. I am in chapter 11 and I am really enjoying it so far. And I also borrowed the audiobook via Hoopla and oh my goodness. It is a duet one. It has 3 narrators for it. So obviously we have the narrator for Charlie / Charlotte. Her full name is Charlotte, but she goes by Charlie. And one for Will and one for Beckett. And Beckett is the Australian one, the Australian character, and the narrator has an Australian accent, and I love it. Ugh. And this video will be spoiler free. Now, if there is a time where I have to say a spoiler because I can't contain it, I will let you know. But other than that, it will be spoiler free, no spoilers. I really don't know what the next book will be because I am a mood reader. I read whatever I'm in the mood for. So right now, this is the book that I am in the mood for. And I don't know what the next book will be. And I'm also currently reading King of Sloth as well, which is part of the Kings of Sin series by Hannah Wong. But that is not in this video. That is going to be a completely separate video, just focusing on that series. That will be full of spoilers, I'm pretty sure. I've been recording that video since November of 2024, so. But enough talk about that video that I'm working on, and more focus on this current video. First book being The Charlie Method. Real quick, I'm going to hop in the shower, wash my hair because it does need wash, and then I will read some more. It's the next day, it's Friday, yay, and I'm at the start of chapter 20, and now before I go into talking more, I'm just going to try and give a little bit of what it's about. So this book follows Charlotte Kingston, or Charlie, and she kind of like has 2 lives, if you will. She has 1 life, but there's a part of it that she keeps secret, which is her, like, you know, spicy side. I don't know how to explain it without just saying spicy side, or like, ooh, side. She's a STEM student, and she is also in a sorority called Delta Pi. I think it's Pi, because it's P-I and not P-H-I, which would be Phi, so and she has this app, dating app. It's more like a hookup app, I guess. I don't know. Or like a, you know, spicy talk app. Like, and she goes by Charlie on that, hence Charlie. And ends up talking to these 2 guys that go by Lars and B, share 1 account, but it's 2 guys sharing that account. And this is not a spoiler, so I can say it. And it ends up being Will Larson and Beckett Dunn. It's not a spoiler because they're literally the 2 guys. I don't know, the 2 love interests, I don't know if it's gonna be a throuple like the entire time. I don't really know how it's gonna play out. Like, is she choosing one of them by the end? I don't know. Will and Beckett like to share in the bedroom. Yeah, kind of basically throuple. I don't really know how it's gonna play out though, obviously, but also I'm trying to give you a little synopsis or a little, what's this book about without spoiling it. So at chapter 20, and I'm very much enjoying it, though there was one thing where we meet a new character, like a supporting character, if you will, a side character, I guess, named Dante, which I'm not gonna lie, when I first heard the name, I thought Dante from the Kings of Sin series, King of Wrath, but this is like a completely different character, a completely different Dante, if you will. I mean, it is a different Dante, obviously, but I don't know, when I heard the name Dante, I was like, okay. I'm going to continue reading, and I'm gonna have Supernatural playing on the TV because I need background noise. First, we're gonna crack open New Alani, and this is the new flavor, Strawberry Sunrise. I have tried it already because I got one for my sister as well, and I tried hers. Well, because she handed it to me after she tried it. And this can is so pretty. I love their cans. Like, their design's so pretty. Good stuff. I'm gonna get to reading. I think I'm gonna switch to my Kindle though for now, just because I feel like it, okay? I feel like holding it, I feel like reading with one hand. Not that I can't hold a book with one hand, but does that make sense? I don't know. Anyway, at some point switch to an audiobook in color while I listen to it, or play a game on my iPad while I listen to it via Hoopla. Alright, we're not gonna talk about my hair in this current moment. I didn't just wake up, but I recently woke up. It's 9 something, almost 10 now, but I woke up at 8 something. But update, I finished the Charlie Method last night, and I gave it, what did I give it? 3.75, I think? Just to double check the rating. Yeah. I gave it a 3.75. I did really enjoy it. It's just a 3.75 is not a bad rating. Okay. Like, I enjoyed it, but I feel like the ending was a bit rushed, and that Will and Beckett needed more, like, character development. Character growth, actually. I should say character growth and not development, because they are pretty well developed characters already, but I feel like they didn't really grow in this book. Like, they kind of just stayed the same to me. And the ending definitely felt rushed, even though this book is already pretty decently long. It just the ending felt rushed, which is so strange to say for a book that is this size, but that's what it is. But I still did really enjoy it. I do think that my favorite of this series still is the first book, The Graham Effect. And then I think this is my second favorite. And then The Dixon Rule. And then I didn't get very far, but I started off with Her Head, 3,000 Years of Demonizing Women in Power by Eleanor Herman. This is nonfiction. I'm assuming it's nonfiction, but I'll be reading this book on my Kindle because, well, I don't have it physically, so that's the update. Okay, I don't know what I said last or when I said it. Update time. I'm still reading Off With Her Head just because I was preparing for an interview that I had today. And I'm in the 4th chapter. Yeah, I'm close to chapter 5. I am enjoying it. I am. It has very many quotes. It has such good quotes, and it's definitely not like a fiction book. Let me look up the exact genre, because I feel stupid. Okay, this is non-fiction, history, feminism, politics, women's historical, gender, education, adults, and then everything else that people like shelf it as. So it's non-fiction. So I think I said it was non-fiction, right? Yeah, so like non-fiction. Obviously it's going to be like political because of the type of book it is, you know. But it has has a lot of quotes. What's the first quote that I did? Okay, the full quote. In an astonishing coincidence, the creation of myths of both the Bible and ancient Greece, arguably the twin pillars of Western culture, attribute all the world's ills, death, war, plagues, tsunamis, dandruff, flat tires, acne, everything, to the woman. It's all her fault. And then, well, this one I thought was just interesting because I didn't know this, but Lilith demanded equality in all things, including sex. She refused to always be in the subservient position on the bottom. There's a lot of quotes, okay? These are just the ones that I already shared. Fairy tales are inhabited by beautiful, evil queens with jetting cheekbones and stone-cold faces. The same storyline of blame the woman runs not only through myth and legend, but also through history. And then another quote. But women were the only ones who nourished life in their bodies and brought it forth, just as the earth brings food, grains, vegetable, brings forth. It doesn't say brings food. Brings forth. Sorry. Brings forth grains, vegetables, and fruits. Now this is just like part of a line of a quote. Like it's literally just like part of a sentence, and it just says no one should be president for life. And I was like, yep. I do personally, I mean, since it's nonfiction, there's not really a plot for me to spoil, but I do honestly really recommend it. Off With Her Head, 3,000 Years of Demonizing Women in Power by Eleanor Herman. I definitely recommend it. And even if you're not a big nonfiction girly, which that's me, I'm not the biggest, ooh, let's read nonfiction, you know. This, I think, would be, especially if you also like history and stuff, but also go women, this would be a great start, especially if you're not the biggest nonfiction person. I would say that this is a pretty good place to start, especially if you say like women's fiction. This is like my second nonfiction book that I've willingly picked myself to read. Anyway, I'm going to continue my rewatch of Charmed. It's the next day, and I'm going to go outside to read. Alright everyone, it is time for the next book. It's time for the next book, and I think it will be the final book of this video, just because I want to get a video out, because I think it's been a week or so since my last upload. Okay, it's been 3 weeks. Yeah, this is definitely the last book of this video, unless I film some sort of, I don't know, sit down video, reaction video. I don't know. But this will be the last book of this video, and it is Velvet Was the Night by Sylvia Monreno Garcia. And I got this at the dollar store, so I just want to explain this right here at the top, the tape right there. That tape was not, I didn't buy it like that, obviously. But there's a $5 sticker on here, and I got it off, but there was still a bunch of sticker residue, so I was like trying to get it off. And like I would put tape on here and then hair dryer like on warm, not super close but like far away, to like get it to like stick, and then let it sit for a minute, not a full minute, but, and then take like just normal tape off, and it would get rid of some of the residue. And then I had a little bit left, so I had to do it more than once, but I had a little bit left, so I did it again. And apparently don't leave it sit overnight before taking it off, or else it will just stick the tape to the, because when I went to like take it off the next day, it started taking off like the actual book cover, so I stopped and just retaped it down. So it doesn't look the cutest right there, but you know what, it's fine. At least this is my planned next book. I have no clue what it's about, other than it takes place in the 1970s, Mexico City. And as for the previous book, Off With Her Head, enjoyed very much. Very insightful read to me. I would recommend it. I will be reading this without the dust jacket, obviously. I'm not going to start reading it just yet because I am actually making some food. So it's 2 p.m. and I have not eaten lunch yet. So anyway, I'm going to go see if the mail has been delivered. Oh, lighting. You're really not lighting, please. Cracking open that New Alani. By New Alani, I mean the only one that is not open that I haven't drank yet. I am exhausted because it stormed last night, and I mean stormed. So my sleep schedule, I don't really have a schedule, but my sleep damaged, if you will. Thankfully no damage outside, but damage to my sleep. And I opened the window to do some reading right here. And I think this was the video where I talked about the interview, where I mentioned it. Yeah, that, I'm no longer in the running for that one, so I'm still waiting to hear back from this social media one. Fingers crossed. Or if y'all want to like subscribe and like make this my job, I would love that. So I'm only on page 7 because I didn't really read that much yesterday. because I watched the Electric State yesterday, and that was right before the storm started, so. I'm coming to you live in the hallway. It's currently 7:01, but 7 o'clock. If you're wondering why I'm in the hallway, it's because there's a tornado watch from now until like midnight, so, and wind advisory, which it is windy out. And I'm just in the hallway just in case, even though it's just a watch and not a warning, but I got myself an Alani, also to keep me awake. What I came to say is that I did finish Velvet Was Night. I finished it off camera, okay? And it was okay. It just, to me, it felt like a little, I don't want to say dense, because like it's not dense, but maybe a better word is flat. I don't know. It just felt, I don't know. I wasn't very immersed in the book, if that makes sense. Like, it's not a bad book at all. Like, I definitely enjoyed parts of it, but it's not my favorite, and I think I gave it a 3-star. Let me double check. Yeah, 3-star. Yeah, and what I wrote on here is it didn't truly encapsulate me into the world and characters. I would still recommend it, but it just wasn't for me. Though I haven't read Mexican Gothic, but maybe if you like Mexican Gothic, then you would like this one because it's the same author. So, and now I'm looking for something else to read on my Kindle. I am rereading Leather and Lark before I read Scythe and Sparrow by Bryn Weaver. But also, I want to read on my Kindle right now just in case the power does happen to go out. Anyway, I will see you in the next video, and whatever that may be. It might likely be another reading vlog. I don't really know at this moment in time. But I will see you in the next video. Bye.